guys, welcome back to the new video. So in this video we're gonna make this awesome catering website from start. Okay, so let me show you the demonstration of the project which we're gonna make in this video. Okay, so here you can see that we have this website. So let me refresh this website from start, and after refreshing you can see that we have this type of animations coming here in the website, and also you can see that we have a transparent image, and also you can see that we have this type of header here. So we have logo in the center, and we have this type of links here once, and these links are also there. Okay, so let's refresh it again, and after refreshing you can see that we have this type of sequence animations in our website. Okay, so if I go below you can see that we have this type of hover effect on this, and also we have this type of social icons here. So let's refresh it one more time, and after refreshing you can see that we have this type of social icons here. Okay, then after that we have this about us section. Here we also have this hover effect, like we have this light from left and right. Okay, so let's go below, and after that you can see that we have our this type of section where we can showcase our store values here like this. Okay, and here you can show 20 years of experience, and this is also the about us with hover effect. Okay, so let me refresh it again, and you can see that how cool this comes after all the sequence. Okay, so let's go to the next section, and here you can see that we have the services section. So in this services section you can see that we have this all services. We have corporate events, wedding events, and social events also. Okay, so let's refresh it again, and after refreshing you can see that we have the corporate event, wedding event, and the social events. Okay, so let's move to the next section. And here also you can see that we have our menu section where we have this type of tabs here. Then here you can see that we have this appetizer, main course, and dessert. Okay, so if I click on this main course we have all the main course related dishes. If I click on the dessert we have all these things. So right now we have this type of loop here which are same. So here we have the appetizer, main course, and dessert. Okay, also here we have this type of animations. If I refresh you can see that we have this type of animations here in a sequence panel. Then we have this main course and dessert. Okay, so let's go below, and here you can see that we have this type of waves here. So we have this type of waves here also, and we have this type of waves here at the top also. Okay, so I will show you how you can add this type of things also in your website. So let's go to our working process section. Here if I refresh, after refreshing you can see that we have our working process. So we have this type of menu, and we have this bounce type of hover effect this time in these icons. Okay, so let's go below, and here we have our testimonial section. So if I refresh it here you can see that this will come like this animations. Okay, so let me refresh it again, so you can see that how cool the animation is. And here we have this type of testimonial. So if I want to, so if you click on this it will go from left to right like this. Okay, and also you can drag and drop by using your mouse cursor. Okay, so let's go below, and after that you can see that we have our packages section where we can showcase all our plans, like what plans we are offering in our catering service, like basic package, premium package, and advanced package, and here are all the details you can have. So let's refresh it again, and after refreshing you can see that we have this, and you can attach a contact form to this. So if someone is interested he can click on this form and he can have your premium package. Then you can see that at last we have our packages section here also again. Okay, so it is our city section. So here you can see that the back of the image is always sticky, and we can scroll above that. So okay, so this is looking very cool. So I will show you how you can make this also. Then here we have the blogs and articles section, and here also we have this type of animations. So here are the animation which will come from left and right. Okay, so let's go below, and here you can see that we have the footer section where we can showcase our footer like this. And here we are seeing design and developed by debug and tidy, and this is our copyright section. Okay, so we can also, here we have this scroll to top button. So if I click on this button it will take me to the top of the website like this. Also we can click on this about to go to the respective sections. We can click on the services. Okay, so I will show you how you can add this type of links redirection also. Okay, then here we have the pricing, then we have the blogs and this section. Okay, so at last let me show you the mobile responsiveness of this website, that this website is only responsive all this thing. So here you can see that this is fully responsive. So let me show you the responsiveness first, that this will change its layout according to the screen size. Here you can see that we have this, then we are having the this part. Okay, so let me show you the mobile part now. So here you can see that if I go here, we have two menus here. Okay, so this is the first menu and this is the second menu. If you want, you can change this also by making a different header, but we are using this header file right now. Then you can see that we have all the links, all the sections fully responsive. So if I show you one by one, you can see that all these are fully responsive. Also the animations are working, like you can see that. Okay, so I will show you how you can make this type of awesome website. Then we have this section also, services section, which is also fully working. Okay, then we have our menu section. You can see that in this menu also we have this type of layout, and we can also slide if you want. Okay, so currently then we have, okay, so here we have this type of layout. Okay, so you have to just copy this same layout here also. Okay, so this is responsive like this, and here we have this wave effect also. Then we have this work section where we can showcase our work like this, and then we have our this testimonial section where we have this our gaps also, and this is also responsive, you can see that. Okay, so fully responsive. Okay, so you can increase this little bit width and decrease the size, so it will cover. I will show you in the video. Then we have our packages section where you can show that we have this type of package. So this is also fully responsive for the smaller screens. Then we have this, then we have our packages section, which is the CTA section. Okay, and then at last we have the latest blog and articles. So this is the first blog, this is the second. Okay, so these are all the blogs and articles section. This is the footer section, which is also fully responsive. Then this is the scroll to top button. If I click on this, it will take me to the top of the website. So let's click on this. Okay, in this manner. Also, if I click on any of the menu, it will take me to the respective section like this. So you can see that this is fully responsive also. Okay, we can click on services to go to the services. Okay, so we're gonna make this whole website from step by step. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to our channel. We make such type of awesome videos regularly. Okay, and I will give you all the images in the video description for free, so you can follow along with me. Also, you can buy this kit from the video description at a very affordable rate. So all the links are in the video description. Do check it out. So, okay, so let's, without wasting any time, let's start making this project. Okay, so before starting the video, let me show you a very famous hosting platform. So here you can see that we have the host.co.in. So you can see that if I go to this, here we have so much, we have the website and hosting plan, we have the domain and security. Also you can see that we have our cheapest web hosting in India, and it is saying affordable and secure web hosting. If I go to the view plans option, so here you can see that we have so much website plans. Here we have the nano, mega and giga plan, and also you can see that we can add to cart here, and these plans are here. And if I talk about the nano plan, you can see that this is for the 59 rupees per month, and this is for the 149 rupees per month, and this is for the 269 rupees per month. Also you can see that here are so much options here, so you can read all of these details below. Okay, and you can check out all of these details from here, and if you want to see its all features, you can just click on this and you can see all of these features from here. Okay, and here you can see that you can also migrate your website to these platforms, and also you can see that they have so many clients here. So you can see that they have the Pizza Hut, the Method Group Finance, the Burger Finance. Okay, so you can check out this hosting platform also. So these links are also in the video description, so you can go there and you can check out this hosting platform. Also you can see that they have so much global hosting also, so you can see that they are in all over the world. You can go and check out in their website. All the links are in the video description. Also if you go there, here you can also search your domain name. If you want a preferred domain for your website, you can go there and you can also have this domain from here. Okay, so all of this information are here. Here they are also providing so many services, like they are saying the Windows share hosting, WordPress hosting, Linux and retailer hosting. You can just go to the website and check out all of these details from the here. And also you can check out all of these reviews, so all the links are in the video description, so you can read all of these reviews about this hosting platform post.co.in. Okay, so all the links are in the video description. You can just go there and check out all of these details. And also if you want to buy this hosting, you have to just click on this add to cart, and it will go to the cart, and from there you can buy this hosting. Okay, so it will add this hosting to the shopping cart like this, and after that you have to purchase by filling all the details and all. So here you can see that you have to it is asking you to register a new domain or transfer your domain from another one. Okay, so here if you want to have a new domain, you can just click here and you can just fill out these forms and all. Okay, so all the links are in the video description. Go and check out this hosting platform, host.co.in, for your next WordPress website or any other projects. So all the links are in the video description. Okay, so for making the website, I have installed a free WordPress installation. So let me go with the paidness, and I will show you what themes we are using. So we are using the official Elementor theme, the Hello Elementor theme. So let's go to the plugins, and what are the plugins we are using? So for making this project, we gonna use Elementor, its Pro version, and essential add-ons for Elementor. We need some add-ons from this, and we have one more plugin, essential add-ons for Elementor. So this is the required one if you have to install it also. Okay, then you can see all the themes and the plugins. Now let's go to the pages, and we have to make a new page. So I have already make a new page here like this. Okay, so you can see that already we have make a new page, and if I click on this, we have this blank page. Okay, so I'm gonna make this website on this. Also, you can see that we can go to by hover on this name of the website. Then we have this drop down, and when you click on the visit site, it will automatically redirect to the home page you have added. But how this is working? So for that, we have to go to the reading part, and here we have to go to the status page and set whichever page you want to open from here after clicking on the visit site. Okay, so I have already home page. Okay, so everything is just looking good. So let's start the video. So let's upload all the images here which are required for making this. So I will give you all these images in the video description, so you can follow along with me. Okay, so you can see that we have successfully uploaded all our images. So let's go to the pages, and we're gonna build this whole website. So you can see that right now we have blank homepage, and we have to make this full. Okay, so let's make one by one section. Okay, so first we have to add this one. So I have already have this color. So I'm gonna pick this color from the color picker tool. So you can also use this color picker tool, or you can pause the video and you can have this. So here you can see that we have this color. So let me copy this color from here, and we have to go to our website, and here also we have to go to the site settings. So let's go to the global colors after going to the site settings, and here we're gonna add the color. So let me add the orange color here, and we're gonna add this color. Also the black color is required, so let's add the black color also. So the black color code also we gonna copy from here. Okay, then after that if I go here, you can see that we have this para color. So let me copy this also, and here we gonna change its name to para one only, and here we can write this. Okay, let's just save the changes. After saving, let me close this. Okay, so let's refresh it here so that it loads. So we are not required this anymore. Let me close all of this. Okay, so this is the main project. This is the dashboard. Okay, so let's start building. So here you can see that we have this type of layouts. For making this, what we can do, we have to go here. We're gonna add a new Flexbox container here. Okay, and here we gonna use the structure. So let's rename this first. So this is our hero, and here you can see that we gonna use this time 1200 max width. And in the advanced, so you can add some padding at the top and bottom. So let's add some padding at the top and bottom. Okay, then after that we have to go to the styles, and here we have to find that image which we're gonna put in the backend. So the image which we're gonna use for this is this. Okay, so we have this image. So you can see that image is not fully working. Means it is working, but that is not covering. So we're gonna make this cover here. Okay, so this is cover now. Now let's do one thing. Let me go to the hero section and go to the layout, and here we're gonna add some match site like this. So this is little stretched, so like this. Okay, now we have to go to the container again. Here in the background overlay, we have to make this black color like this. Okay, now we can go to this heading. We have this hero, and here we're gonna have this in the center. Okay, then here you can see that we have the advanced tab. Then here what we can do, we can just go to this, and here we have the I think ballerina font is there, Italiano. Okay, so we have this Italiano fonts. So we're gonna use this font, or I think I am using a different font here. So let me go to this fonts ninja. So you can have this extension also. This is a Google Chrome extension. It will help you to find the fonts. So we are using the GWE and Gwendolyn Bold, and this is Montserrat. So let me see. The spelling is bad, so let's use this. Okay, we are using GWEN. So let me go here, GWEN. Okay, so we have this. Now we gonna use the orange color, and here let's increase the font size. So we have this. Now let me close this, and we're gonna copy this. We're gonna copy this from the here. Okay, and we're gonna go here and we're gonna paste it, and here we're gonna drag and drop this. Then we have this event here, and here we can have this Montserrat font. Then we can increase the font size of this to make this 15, and here. So let's make this white color first. We can go with advanced, and here in the width section we can make this custom, and you can play with this width now. Also you have to go to the line height. So first we have to go to the styles here. After that we have to go to the line height. We can choose the EM value, and here we can write 1.2 here. Okay, like this. So here we have the more bigger font, so you can make this also by here 55. Okay, and here we can increase this to this. Now we have this lorem ipsum here, so we can have this lorem ipsum, and here we're gonna copy this lorem ipsum from here like this, and here you can see that we have this para color. Okay, so we have the para color, so I think we need little bit more from here. Then we can make this in the center, and here we can increase the font size of this. We can go to the advanced, remove the value, and here we can have this. Okay, then after that you can see that we have this button, so let me drag and drop this, and here we have this button. So this button will say, let me close, let me write this order now, or we can write it here, contact us, and this will say the orange color. Okay, and here also we can have some padding. The padding would be 20, or we can have this 15. Let's make this 20, and here we can have this 40. Okay, like this. If you want, we can make this Montserrat fonts also, and we're gonna increase the boldness like this. Okay, so now let's duplicate this. So you can use this container, so you can write it here also, btn box something. Okay, now you have to go to the layout, and here we can make this center, so it will be properly aligned, and here we're gonna have some spacing. So right now you can see that this is so much have some space, but this don't have space. So let me go to the main, and here we're gonna make this and add some spacing like this. Okay, then this one we have to make this like this border one. So for that, what we can do first, let's remove this value, make this pure white. Okay, also for the border, we have this border width, we can make this white. Okay, then when we hover, what color we want, we can have this color here. Here we can have the orange, and this color would be like this. Okay, so this is good. And here we can have like the background color would be white, and here we can have this orange like this. Okay, so both are same. So okay, so this is done. Let's complete this once. After that, you can see that we have one more social icon section below. Then we have this bottom these things. So for that, what we can do, we can add a social icon. We can drag and drop this social icon at the top. Then we can close this and we can drop this below. Okay, so this is outside. We don't want this outside like this. Now we can also, you can also edit here like this. Suppose if you want Insta, so you can choose this Insta from here. And now you can see that we have this. So first we're gonna make this circle. Okay, and now again we have this, so we can make this custom. Here for the primary color we want orange. Okay, and in this we can make this white, or we can do the opposite also. We can make this white and we can make this orange. Okay, let me increase and decrease the size of this. Okay, and here we can have some spacing at the top to this also 20. Okay, this is the spacing between this. Okay, and here also if I go, you can see that we want to put some margin. So let's go here and we're gonna put some margin at the top like this. Now I will show you how you can put this. So for this is very easy. Just go to the main container, the main section, go to the styles, go to the bottom. Here you find shape divide. Then bottoms here you can use here so many things, like you can see that. Okay, so here you can go one by one here. So the one we are finding is the curve, I think, and we have to make this invert. Okay, so like this. Also you can have this one here like this. So I'm gonna put some little bit like this. Okay, so perfect, and we are done. Let's publish. I think we have to increase some padding from the top. Let's put it 150, and here also we're gonna put the 150 value. Okay, so like this. Now you can see that we have this about section, so let's build that. So let me first view this page. So you can click on this here, you can view this page. Okay, so we don't have the header footer, so you can see that we have successfully built this. And also you can see that here we don't have any hover effect, but here we have, I think, this type of. So for that, what you can do, you can just go here, go to this. Here you will find this icon, hover below, and here you can just change the colors of this like this. And also for the hover animation, you can see there are some settings. Let me publish. Okay, so our hero section is ready. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this about section. Okay, so let's we're gonna build this about section. So for making this, we can add to this type of layout. Here we're gonna use 1200. Okay, and here also we can. Here I think we don't need this padding. We can rename this about, and here we can go below. Here we have this one container, we can remove all of these paddings. If you see the second container, we can also remove these paddings. Here we have this image, so let's me upload the image which are required here. Okay, so this is the image. Then we have this about us like this. So let's go here at the top. Okay, so here let's go to the top. Here we're gonna copy this, we're gonna go here, and here we're gonna again copy this. So for the second container we want some padding, so let me add the padding of 30. Let's keep it 40. Then we're gonna copy this about us. We can write this here. Then for this container we can make this here. Okay, we can decrease the size of this to, let's go to 30. Okay, now we can go to the top. Here we can again copy this. Okay, let's go below, and here we're gonna paste it. So currently it is not seeing because we have to change this color, and also we have to change its text and make the font size also smaller. Okay, so here we're gonna make this to 30, 35. 35 is good. Now we have this lorem ipsum. So for this we're gonna drag and drop this here lorem ipsum. Okay, and this is the color. So we have this color. So we have to use this color here, the para color. Okay, and after that we have this 20 years of experience. So we're gonna again copy this, paste this, and from, let me copy this from here. Okay, like this, and we're gonna make this smaller. Let's make this 25, 20. Okay, then again we're gonna copy from this, and now we have to copy this list here. And here we have this 100% quality. Then here we have the custom value. Then here we have this. Okay, like this. If I go to the text, here we have the para color. Okay, perfect. And we can also have this space between here, like this. Okay, so you can see that we have this like this. Now at the bottom we have to add a new container. Okay, so let me clear all of these images. Now we have to go here, and here you can see that we have this. For that, let me add an image here, and this image is the sign. We have to use this. So this is the image. Okay, and also we have to use here icon box. So you can see that here this container, the container of both of them, like this. And for this we don't want to use this, and we're gonna have this. Now we're gonna add this name here. Okay, and this is the founder. Okay, let me go here, and here we have to have this custom value, and here we have this content, and here we can make this black, and here we have to make this monster red font like this. Okay, and here we're gonna make this para, and here we're gonna have the same. Let's go to this, and here we're gonna have this column spacing, and here we have to make this center, and we're gonna put some space, so like this, reflection space. Okay, so this is done. Now we can go to this one, and here we can also put some space like this, 30. Okay, and here you can see that we have this box shadow. For adding the box shadow, what we can do, we can go to this container. Okay, then go to the styles, and here you will find the borders. Then here you can add 5, 7, and here you can use this 20. So here you can see that we have this. Just you have to, if you think this is more, we can make this a little bit more transparent like this. Look at this, it is done. Now if I go here, and if I go to this, and if I refresh it here, you can see that after refreshing, if I go below, we have this about us section. Now we have to make this to the top. So for that we can go here, and here we can choose the EM value, and from the top we can have this to the top like this. Okay, or we can also have this, and we have to make this white color, so this is full white like this. So you can see that currently this is not okay, so this is perfect, almost perfect. Just what you have to do, you have to just increase a little bit more padding. Now let's go to the preview, and in the preview you can see that we have this, or we can also go to this, we can have this little bit more negative value like this. So perfect. Now we have to make this publish, and after that we have to, let's make this live here. So you can see that we have this about us section also very working now. So now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this type of layer. So for making this, what we have to do, we have to just again go to this, and here we can add a new container like this, and this container is all about the experience. So we have to name this section experience. Let's name this, and here we can have 1200. Here we can have 80, and here also we can have 80. Okay, and here we can have this container. So here we have this, here we also have this, then here we can have this image. Okay, so what's going wrong here? So I have made this image 20 years of experience one, so you can just have this. I always make these images in the Figma, so you can go there and make any type of images, then you can use it here. Here you can see that we have this. So let's go to this. So first we have to add this container, and let's remove all of these paddings from here. Then we can go to this, and here we can have this icon. Okay, now here we have to use this icon. So let me find this quote icon here. Okay, and here we can have this tag value. So let me first make this like this, and here we're gonna have this and make this. Okay, and now we can go to this. Okay, now let's go again to the top, copy this, we can go here and paste it. You can see that we have this container, we can make this side by side. Okay, and now here you have to change the value of this like this. Now you have to make this smaller, so it's 22. Okay, now we have to make this container. Here we can make this 30 or 30. Okay, now you can see that we have to go to the top, and here we have the lorem ipsum value, and now we can paste it here. Okay, then after that we can search for the progress bar. This progress bar widget we are getting from the essential add-on, so that's why I am using that. Okay, so this widget you will get. Now you can see that this is we don't have any space here, so for that what we can do, we can just click on this, go to the layout, and here we can have space between center, and you can put some gap here, 60. Okay, now if I see, we can have this at the top. So here we can write quality food, so here we can write quality food, and here we can give any random value. Okay, like this. And again let's go to this, let's go fill. Okay, so this is the background. So in the background what we want is, and for the fill color we can have this orange like this. Okay, and for the typography also you can use any random monster add fonts from here, and you can play with the font size here. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to just duplicate this. And the second one is the various menus, so we can go over here, and here we can write various menus. We can put some gap between this if you want. We can put a 20 margins. Okay, now let's again copy this text, and we can paste it here. And at last we have the buttons, so let's find this button from the top. Okay, so you can copy this from the top and just paste it here. So for that, on the hover, the white one, we can make this black like this. For this, we can make this white like this. Okay, and now we have this main container, and we can make everything in center like this. Also, if you want, you can have this. Okay, so this is done also. Now let's publish, and after publishing, let's me refresh this here. And after refreshing, if I go below, you can see that we have this about, then at last we have this type of layout also. Okay, perfect. So this is also done. Now let's move to the next where we're gonna build these services. So let's go and we're gonna build the next section. So here you can see that we have the services section here. So for the services section, now let's me go here. And for this section, we want to add a first main box. We can write it here service. Okay, then here you can see that we can have this 1200 max width. Here also we can add 80 padding to the bottom because we already have the above, so we don't need to add there. Okay, so now let's drag and drop the inner one. So inner one. Okay, and here you can see that we have two boxes here. So we gonna remove all of these paddings, and we can again add the two boxes inside the inner one. Okay, so let me delete this one, and we can name this here, name this here 2. Here in the inner one we can have this like this. Okay, now you can see that we have this. So first we have to add this color. Okay, we can add this color here. We can name this color like here. We can name this color here gray beige. Okay, now you can see that if I go to the top, we have this, so we can copy this and we can go here, and here we can write services. Okay, then we can go to the top again, and we can copy this time from here, and we can again paste it this, and here we can copy this, and we can have this our premium quality. Okay, so let's add this 80 also to the top like this. Now we can have this lorem ipsum here, so let me copy this lorem ipsum, and we can go here, and here we can have this paste, and we can have this here. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you can copy and paste any sections from anywhere. Okay, here we can write all services. Okay, so the structure is very much useful. You can see that the flow, we have the service, then we have the inner one, we have two inner sections. Okay, like this. Here we can have the active pixel. Okay, so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this. So for that, what we can do, we can just have this and add a new container. Okay, so this will say grids, or we can write it here values, like something like this, and we can remove this, then we can have this here, the grid. Okay, now you can see that we have the 3 sections here, so we can go here and we can have this, and also we can remove this. Now we can add this like this. You have this white color, so you can see that we have this container, so we're gonna make this fully white color, and also we have this padding here 30 40. Okay, then here you can see that we have this icon, and here also we can have this, and we can make this orange. Now you can see that we have this type of icons here. So let me upload these SVGs. I have these SVGs, but I have to upload this, so let's me find this. Here you can see that we have the food SVG. Okay, so this is the food SVG. Okay, so we are required this also. So we have the notes, so we have the payment, and we have the wedding. Here we have the hands. Okay, this is the helping hands. We have the institution. Okay, so let me upload this first and see. So you can see that we have this type of, okay, so we have this. So the first SVG we want is building. So I think we have this building also. So let me find this. Okay, so here we have this or not. Okay, so here we have the institution, corporate one. So we have this also. Okay, so we have all this. So we can copy this. Here we can see that we have the corporate. So let's go to the top, and here we can copy this. Okay, so this is the all copy and paste. After making one thing, you can just copy and paste your sections, all the things. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, and you can quickly make website very fast. So you can, here you can see that we have this. So let me paste this here. Okay, and after that we have the read more button. So for that we can add this read more, and here we can type it here, read more, and read more, and here we can make this, remove all of these colors from here. We can remove this padding, and here we can have this text color. Okay, and here we can have this to like this. Also we can go to the content, and here we can have this arrow to this. Okay, so we can show this arrow to this side. Okay, so this is done, and also you can see that on hover we have this. So for that we can make this border, and here we can have this 2. We can make this white. Then here we can make this solid 2, and here we can make this orange like this. Okay, so now what you can also go and preview. You can see that like this it will come. Okay, so now what we can do, we can just duplicate this and again duplicate this, and for the third one what we have to do, we have to just go here, and here we have to make this color orange. Okay, and we can have this color here, and for this we can also have the same color. Okay, now you can see that we have this. So let's go to this. Here we want this helping hand, and we can also change its color from here. Okay, and we can also change this color. Okay, we can change this color, and here we can change and make this white. Okay, so let me see why sometimes this not work. Let me do one thing, let me delete this, and we can add a new icon here. Let's add an icon again. Okay, now let's upload SVG. Okay, let's me go here. Okay, so here you have to make this white. Okay, so this is working now, and here we can change the SVG to wedding one. Okay, you have to just change all of this content. Like here you can change the wedding events. Like here we can, let's make this. Here we can have this wedding events, and here you can write social events like this. So let's publish, and also you can see that we have this grid and values. So we can have some 40 or 30 means gap between them. Okay, so let's publish. So we have built the services sections also. Now let's refresh, and after refreshing, if I go below, you can see that we have the services also this is working. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build our this menus main course section. This will be little difficult, so please watch it step by step. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start this. So first you have to make a new container. Okay, here we can write menus. Okay, and here we can write 1200, and here we can have this and we can write here 80, and this is also 80. Now we can go to this, and here we can have the color. We can have this color. Okay, now we can go to the position. We can find center and center. Display size would be cover. Okay, and we can go to the background overlay, and here we're gonna make this to black. Okay, and now you can see that we have this. So now again we can go to the top. Here we can copy this, paste it. Here we can paste it. Okay, we can make this like this, and we can make this here white like this. So here we can write check out our menu, and here we can write our menu. Our menu, and here we can have this. Okay, then after that you can see that we have this grid. Okay, so we don't want the grid now. Let's add a container. Okay, let's add the container, and here we can make remove all of this padding. Here we're gonna make this pure white. Okay, now we have to find for the tabs. So we're gonna need these tabs here. This is the tab. First you have to make this stretch. So this is fully stretched, and then go to this styling and column between tabs, make this 0. So this is fully stacked. Now you have to write appetizers, whatever you have this category. Suppose I write appetizers. Here I'm gonna write the dessert, and here I'm gonna write the main course. Okay, then we can go to this, and here you can see that we have the tabs. So for this tabs we have this white color. Okay, so here we have this orange, and here we can have the Montserrat fonts. Okay, and here also we can have this padding like this also, and here you can see the tabs. We can have this solid. Here we can have this, and here we can have this little bit color like this. Okay, so you have this color from here, but we don't want this border color everywhere. We don't want in the right, the top also. We only want in the bottom. Let's make this more whitish. Okay, so now we have this. So let's do one thing. Let's update this. Now we have to make this inside. So now what you have to do, you have to just go to this. You can remove all of these paddings. Now you can add containers here. Okay, make this full width and remove all of these paddings. Now you can see that we have the tabs, we have this container. Now we can have this 40. Okay, now you can see that we have this. Okay, so now what we can do, we can add here 2 containers, or we can make this as a grid also. So whatever you want. So I prefer you can make this as a grid like this. Here you can see that we have this one container inside this. Okay, now let me go to this, and here we're gonna add a grid here. Okay, so this is the grid. So here you can see that we have the 2 by 2. So we need this like this. Currently we can make this 2 like this, and we can remove all of these paddings. Now we can add this as a container here 2. Okay, now you can see that here we want these 2 things. Okay, so the first thing is we have the icon box. So here the icon box. Let's me first, okay, not the icon box, we need the image box. If you will search here, you will find this image box. Then we can have this. Now let's go to this each image. So first we want the image to be this. So let's use this image. Okay, now we can go here. First go to the image, and here you will find the border radius. Make this 100. It will be automatically in the circle. Now you have to just make this width a little bit 25 like this, or you can keep this 25, make this smaller. I mean 22 is good. Now you can write it here, desert berries. Now just put all of these values here, and for this lorem ipsum we can have this value also. Okay, and now you can have this content spacing, make this 0. If you want, make this at least 5. And for the content here you can make this black, and here also we can have this amount to strat font. Okay, and here we can have this para. Now we can add one more thing here. So you can see that we have this container. You can go here and you can have this in the center. Okay, so right now we have to put it here $2.81, or we can write to 81 like this. Okay, and here we can have this orange color. Here also we can make this mounted at fonts. Now you can see that we have to play with this width, so it will cover in the center. So for that, what we can do, we can go to the image box here. Here you can have this like this. Okay, you can have this. Now you can go here, image, and here you can write little bit. Okay, so this is the 15. Here you can write 25. This is done. Okay, now let's publish this once. Okay, now what we can do, we can just make this more, little bit smaller, 25, 30, 28. Okay, now what we can do, we can, you can see that we have this grid. Okay, now we can duplicate this like 2. We can again have this here. Okay, so let me remove this. Just duplicate this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, in this way, and you can have some spaces here also. So just you can put some space like this 30 and 40. Okay, so you can see that how quickly we have built this. One more thing is left, that we don't have this line. So for that line, what you can do, you can just go to the every container. Means don't so you have to make the line before making this all sections. Okay, so first you have to make this line, then make all of these copies. So like here we can have the solid value, and we can remove this. Here we have the 1, and here again we can have this like this. Okay, the first to make this like this. So here is that we can also have this. Okay, now you can see that we have this container here, and here in this value we can put this to like this. Okay, 13. So now you can also copy this like this. You can just copy in all. Okay, like this. Okay, so just you have to copy this from all of this. Let me copy this, copy this, copy this. Okay, so we have successfully make this also, and also you, if you want, you can just publish this here, and now you can just duplicate this in all of the tabs. Okay, so in this way you can make this. Okay, now you can see that we have this so this is the blank. So for making this, what you can do is you can just go to the tabs, and here you can go to the content. Here you can remove this and then duplicate this again. So now you can see that we have to just rename this here. Okay, now this you can also rename this here and just change the values below. Okay, so in this way you can duplicate this if you don't want to make this from scratch. Now let me go here and we're gonna refresh this, and after refreshing you can see that we have this links, and here we have the all these values also. Okay, Now you can see that we have to add this waves here. You can see that we have this bottom one. So for that we have to again go to this, and here we have to go to the styles, and below you will find the shape divider. You have this bottom value. Here you can see that we have the tilt one. I think the tilt is not, we have this curve. Okay, now we have to make this invert. Now we can make this like this, and also if you want we can decrease the height of this, increase the height of this like this. So let's see. Now you can see that we have this, and now this is not going up. So for that what we can do, we can just go to the menu. Here you will find this tab here, just make this 0. Now if you preview, you can see that we have this. Now we have to add the borders box shadow, because we have here box shadow. So to add the box shadow we have this container. Now we have to add this box shadow to this. Here we can have this 5, here we can have this 7, then here we can have this 20. Okay, then like this. Okay, so and we can make this little bit blurred like this. Let's publish. Okay, so in this way we have successfully made this menu. Now let's me refresh it here, and after refreshing you can see that we have this curve here also. Okay, so let's move to the next section where we're gonna make this working process. Okay, so for making this section, what we can do, we can again add a new container here. Okay, and here we can have this 1200 max width, and here we can have 80 to the top, 80 to the bottom. Okay, now we have to go to the top. Okay, and here we can see that, and here we have to copy this. We can have this in the center. Okay, then here you can see that we have the working process section, and here we have this, and here we can write the our work. Okay, and here we can also go to this, and here we can have this our work. Okay, now you can see that we have to copy the lorem ipsum also. Let me copy this lorem ipsum from the top. Okay, so you can see that I am copying the things again and again. Okay, so this is the beauty of the Elementor. You can quickly make the website for a client by using this method. Okay, because we want to clear the client first, and so whatever it takes, and if you are making your website fast by using this, then what's wrong here? Okay, now you can see that we have this grid value. And here you can see that we have this 3, so we can have this 3 by 1. Okay, now you can see that we have to go to this advanced, remove all of this. Now we can again add a new container, and we can have this. Okay, so let me first put some padding. Okay, now we can go to this. Here we can search for the icon. Here you can see that we have this black color on this. So first we have this nodes one, so we can have this nodes one, this one. Okay, and we can make the, okay, so here we can have this frame, or we can have this tag, we can have this square. Okay, then here we can have this orange, and we can make this white. Okay, and for the hover also we can make this black, and we can make this white. Okay, we can have this bounce in animations, okay, like this. And here we can have the size of this to 20. Okay, so this is also good. Now we can copy this, so you can copy this from here, just we paste it here, and here you have to just replace this, okay, like this. And here you can make this to 21, and here you can copy this, make this full width, okay, like this. Now what we can do, we can just go here and we can just copy this, duplicate this, and you can duplicate this again. Okay, now you have to just replace all of this content. Okay, so this section is also done. You if you want, you can make this size bigger. Okay, so let me publish this and let's refresh it here. And after refreshing, if I go below, you can see that we have successfully built this also. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this testimonial. So for making this testimonial, it is looking hard, but it is very easy. You have to use this layout from the here. Now you can rename this, like we can have this reviews one name here, and we have to make this full width. Okay, now we can remove all of these paddings because we don't have any padding here. Okay, so now you can go to the inner one, and here you can rename this image, and here you can name this main. Okay, so we can go to the image, go to the advanced, remove all of this padding, and go to the main, advanced, remove all of this padding, and go to the image, advanced, and remove all of this padding. Okay, now you can see that we have this. So here you can see that here we have to make this now we can have this color here, so we want to use this. Okay, now we can also make this center and center, and we can make the display size would be cover. Okay, and for this also, so let's do one thing, let's go to this below center one. Here we're gonna make this to this color. Okay, and here you can see that we have to add some spacing. Let's add 40. Now you can see that we have all these things same, so we can use this color, this thing, paste it here. Now we can copy this, paste it here, and for this container, and here we can have this like this. Okay, then you can see that here we can write testimonial. Okay, and here you can write what that say. Okay, and here you can write carousel. Okay, so here you can write the carousel widget. Okay, you can have this. Here we can make this one, and for this scroll also we want to have this one. Okay, perfect. Now what we can do, we can just remove all of these paddings. Okay, now we can add a new container inside this. We can remove all of this padding. No, we have to put some padding here. Okay, so here we have this light one. Remove all of this padding. Here we can make this full width. Okay, like this. Then we have this main container. Okay, now we can have a image. Okay, we can have this image here. So I think okay, so this is the image. So you can also make this image in the Figma. I have made this image in the, make all these images in the Figma. So you can use the Figma for making this type of graphics for your website. Then we can have this here like this. Okay, now if I go here, we can have this to 18, 16. Now we can have this rating here, so we can search for the rating, and we can drag and drop this rating widget here. Okay, so here also we can have this size here to 10, 20, and for the color we can have this orange, and for the spacing also we can put this, and how many star you want to show, like we can have it here 3.5, so this will show this 3.5. okay, like this. So now you can see that. So let's do this to 5 only. So we have all the, now you can see that we have to use this lorem ipsum. So let me paste it here, and we're gonna duplicate this multiple times. Okay, and here you can see that we have to use the Montserrat font. You can make this 500. Also, if this is not going good, we can use the Roboto. You can make this 400, and we can make this italic, and let's increase the size. Okay, like this. Now we can decrease little bit. Now let's add this, paste it here, and here we can write name Marky Jackson, any random name, and just we can we're gonna decrease the size of this, and here we're gonna duplicate this, so we're gonna put some designation also. So uiux designer, and here also we can make this orange, this. Okay, now we can have this here. Okay, and here we can put some 20 or 30 margin. Okay, so this is done. Now what we can do, we can just go to the carousel, go to the content. Here we can duplicate these things little bit. So we have this. Now we're gonna go below. We can go to the settings, and here we're gonna have this to 3, and here we can go to the navigation. We don't want the navigation here. We want the pagination or the dots, and this is the pagination here again. And if I go to this again, so this is loading. Okay, so don't worry for that. So here you can see that we have this size option, and here we have the color. So we're gonna use this orange color, and also we have this little bit like 10, or we can use 12 like this. And for the hover, we're gonna make this black like this. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to this last image here, and here again we're gonna have this image, different image, this one. Okay, so this one we're gonna go to the center and make this display size would be cover. Okay, now we have to go to the reviews, and we're gonna put some gap, says space between center. Okay, make this stretch, and here we can have this to 50. Okay, let's add 30 or add 20. 25 is good. Okay, so we're gonna have this 25 like this. So let's wait for it to load. Okay, so it is loading the content. Okay, so you can see that. Now we have to just make it publish. So let's me wait for to load. Almost all things are loaded. Now we can go to this and we can publish here. Okay, so let's wait for it to publish. After that we can go here and we're gonna refresh it here, and after refreshing also you can change this content here. Okay, I will give you all this SVGs also. So you can see that we have successfully built our testimonials also. Okay, so this is a custom testimonial, and this is also sliding. Okay, so in this way we're gonna build this. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this package. Okay, so let's build these packages. So for making this, we can again add a flex box here, and here we can write it here packages, and here we can write 1200, and here we're gonna write it here, and we're gonna make this 80, and this would be 80. Okay, and here what we can do, we can just copy this. Okay, paste it, then we can again copy this, paste it. Now we're gonna go to this, and here we have this choose your favorite packages. Okay, and here we can write here our packages. Okay, now we have to add this also, so let me add this. Okay, and here also we can make this custom. Okay, now you can see that we want these packages, so for that we're gonna again use the grid. So let me copy this here, and here we're gonna have this tree one. Now let's go to the top, remove all of these paddings, and hit it here, and we're gonna remove this. Now you can see that we have this container, we have to put some padding here, 40. Okay, now we can copy this from the top, paste it here, and here we can write it here, basic package. Okay, and here we can write it here 20. Okay, now we can go to the top, and here we can write it here, copy. I'm gonna copy this, paste it here. Now you can see that here we have this slash event also. So for that, what we can do, we can add a HTML tag here, span. Okay, we can edit here slash event. Okay, and we can again add a span tag here, close this, and we can have this style, and here we can write gray. Also we can write font size to 17 pixel, like this. Now if you want, you can increase the size of this to 37. Okay, we can make this 35, and here we can have the value to 250 to 30 something. Okay, now you can see that we have this line. So for that we're gonna use a divider. Okay, and here we're gonna remove this, and we're gonna also have this. Okay, and here we can have this list, icon list. Okay, icon list, and here we can have this. Now we can have this 5 appetizer menu. Okay, if you want to change the icon, you can go here, and here you will find angle. Here you will find so many icons. So I think I am using this, so you can paste it here. Also now you can go to these icons. Here we can change this color, increase the size of this also. Okay, like this. And here also we can go to the text, have this gray. Also we can have this. Okay, now we're gonna go to this, and here we're gonna duplicate this like this. Okay, and here also you can put some space between. Now we have to add a book now button here. So for that, what we can do, we can just go to the top, and here we can copy this book now, and this will say book now. Okay, like this. If you want, we can make this button smaller also, according to you. If you think this is little bit more bigger, you can go here. Here we can make this 15. Here we can make this 15. Here we can make this 30. Make this 30. Okay, and also we can go to this container, and here we gonna put everything in like this 30. Okay, now we can just here, and we can duplicate this and duplicate this. Now we have to just increase some content here, like 2-3 content is more, and we have to just go to this, and we have to add some border here. So we're gonna put the border of 5, 7, and here we're gonna have this 20, like this. Okay, so in this way you can build this, and perfect. This is looking. Just you have to replace all of this content, like change the packages name and all. Okay, rest we can refresh this here. So after refreshing, if I go below, you can see that we have the favorite packages. So all these sections are ready. Now we have this CTA section, we have this block, and we have the header and footer. So let's connect that also. So let's move to the next section where we're gonna make this CTA section. Okay, so you can see that we have this type of section, and this is sticky behind, and also you can see that we can scroll above that. So for making this section, what we can do, let's me go to this, and here we have to add this new container, and here we can write CTA, and here we can also give 1200 max width. Then we can add some padding to the top, padding to the bottom also. Okay, then after that we can go to this, and here we can add a new image. So let's choose the image. So we're gonna choose this image. Okay, and here we're gonna have the position. Let's make the center in the center, and the display size would be covered. Also we can add some background overlay, so let's add the background overlay here like this. Okay, so now what we can do, we have to add this. So this is very easy, just you have to do just go there, and you have to just copy this. Okay, let's copy this and let's paste it here. Okay, so let's go to the top again, and here we're gonna again copy this. Let's go below and paste this. Okay, so now you can see that this is not in the center, so we have to make this in the center. For making this, we can use this. Now let's change this color quickly. So we're gonna have this color. Okay, and also we have this button here. So let me copy this. Let me copy this. You have to enter your whatever you want to enter here. Okay, so let's delete the above like this. And also we have this lorem ipsum, so let me copy this lorem ipsum from the top. Okay, then again we can paste it here, and we can make this color, text color also to the white like this. Okay, then we have one more button also, so for this we're gonna copy this from here. Okay, and we can go to this and paste it here. Okay, that's it. Now you can see that we have this so for making this, what we can do, we can go to this styles and here we have the shape divider. Go to bottom, here we have the curves, so let's choose the curve, and after choosing the curve we can make this invert like this. Okay, and if you want little bit more spacing, so what we can do, you can just add some more padding here, like we can make this 120, and also we can make this 120 like this, so it will add. Now you can see that when I scroll, this is scrolling with me, but I want to make this sticky, so let's choose the main container. Then we can go to this repeat section here. Okay, sorry, attachment. Here we're gonna make this fixed, so when you scroll it will be fixed like this. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you have to just know what you are doing, and also you have to know some CSS. Okay, so because these are all the CSS properties. Okay, so here you can see that if I go below, we have this is working also. So now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build these blocks. Okay, so let's build the block section. So for making the block section, we're gonna again add a new section here, and what we have to do, we have to just rename these blocks. Okay, now we have to make this 1200 again max width. Always keep the max width same, 80 pixel to the top, 80 pixel to the bottom. Okay, now what you have to do, you can just copy and paste this section from there. Okay, so we are just copying and pasting everything. So we can go to this layout, and here we're gonna make this in the center. Okay, now let's copy this above one, and we're gonna paste it below. And also here we're gonna copy this our little blocks and articles, and we're gonna paste it here. Here also we can write here our blocks. Okay, now you can see that we have the lorem ipsum, so we can go to the top, and here we can copy this, and we're gonna paste it here, lorem ipsum. Okay, so now you can see that we have this type of layout. Okay, so for making this layout, we're gonna use the grid. Okay, so grid are very powerful. You can use grid for making so many awesome layouts. Okay, so let me copy this like this. Okay, now you can see that we have this. Now you can see that we have here 2 by 2. So let's make this 2 by 2. Also we can go to here, and here we're gonna make this here we're gonna make this. Okay, remove all of these paddings. Now we're gonna add a new container here. Okay, let's add the new container. Okay, now adding the new container, you can see that we have this. Okay, so let me remove all of this, and we can add a new container here again. Remove all of this, and let's duplicate this now. So you can see that this is the main box. Okay, and these are the two inner ones. So here this is for the image. We have this image, and this is for the content. Okay, so let's name this also content. So you are understandable that this is the main, then we have this image, and now we have to make this inner row. For this we're gonna use this center. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna just add a new image here. Okay, now let's find that image. Okay, we're gonna use this image, and we're gonna use some custom size here. So we're gonna add here 400. Okay, so let's do this 400 and by 400, and let's apply. Okay, now you can see that we have this text, so we're gonna again use this. Okay, you can paste this anywhere, and you can just make it smaller. Let's keep 21 or 20. 21 is good. Okay, now you can see that we have this data published. So for that we're gonna use the list. Okay, so you can also make this dynamic, but currently we are not making it dynamic. By making the dynamic text, you can make this dynamic. So let's use the clock. This is the clock. Okay, and here we're gonna put some random dates. So let me copy this. Okay, let's make this 25. Okay, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna just go to icons, and here we're gonna make this orange. Okay, let's increase the value, and also for the text we're gonna make this para. So that's it. Now we're gonna add the lorem ipsum again. So let's copy this from the top. Again we're gonna paste it here. So this time this is not coming full because we have to make this full width. Also we can go to styles and make this in the center. So this is done. Also you can see that we have to add a read more button. So for that, if you remember, we have already built the read more button at the top. So let me remove this little bit. Okay, like this. So if you remember, we have already built the read more button at the top. We're gonna use that here. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you can quickly copy and paste. If you do this with code, you can do this. Okay, so we have done this here. So this section is ready, I think. Okay, so this much is done. Now what we can do, we can just have this mail, and we're gonna duplicate this. Okay, so we can duplicate this like this. Okay, let's duplicate this again like this. Okay, like this, and just you have to go to the grid. Here you can put some spacing if you want, I think, but spacing is looking good. Let's keep it 30. Just you have to replace all of this content like this. Okay, just replace all of the text and all like this. You can also make it dynamic by, if you have some blocks in your you can like the way you are using the grid, you can just use the loop grid. Okay, for making it dynamic and link every values. So let's publish. This part is also done. Okay, now we gonna move to the footer and header part. Okay, so if I refresh it here, let's see our blocks are loading or not. So if I see, you can see that our blocks are loading here. Okay, so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the header and footer now. Okay, so let's move. Let's make the footer first. So we're gonna go to the theme builder. Okay, so we have opened the theme builder only here, baby. Now let's go to the footer, and here we have to make this. Okay, so here you can see that we have 1 2 3 4 sections. Okay, so for that what we can do, we can just clear this. Okay, and let me add a footer one. Let's keep it different, and here we're gonna keep 1200. Here we're gonna remove all of the padding. Let's keep 80 and 80, and here we're gonna make it black. Okay, now what we can do, we have to make 1 2 3 4. Okay, so for that what we can do, we can go here, and we're gonna add 1 2 3 4. So this is the boxes. We can name these boxes like this, and then we're gonna duplicate this. So like this, then we're gonna go to the footer one. Here we're gonna make this page button and center like this. Okay, let's make this start. Okay, so now what we can do, we can go to the first one. Okay, so here we're gonna go to the images, drag and drop. Now what we can do, we have to just find that so this is the photo logo. Okay, like this. Here we can play with the width and all, like this. Okay, then you have the lorem ipsum again, means you have to put there some values. So I am making this for so I can use the dummy, of course. Okay, so now let me copy this from here, and here we're gonna have this like this. Okay, and here you can see that we have the map one. Okay, now we can copy this. Okay, and here we can copy this also. Okay, here we have this, and here we can have some mail, any icon. You can use the custom icon also from the X2G repo. Okay, then we're gonna go to the icons, and here we're gonna have this orange color. Let's increase the font size. Okay, and here in the text we can increase this to white also. Okay, let's make this 15. Let's make this 15 also. Okay, this is done. Now you can see that we have the quick links. So what we can do, we can just go here, and here we can add a heading, and we can name this quick links, and here we're gonna have the monster fonts, and let's increase this. Okay, and here we can make this pure white. Okay, and here we can have this a little bit smaller. Let's keep this 18. Okay, now we can go to this, and here we can search for list, and here we gonna have this icon. Okay, and here we can write home. Okay, so you can write here all the links according to you. Okay, and here we have this icon, make this orange, and we can increase the size. Also we have this text, you can make this white here to this. Okay, like this, and here also we can put some space between. Okay, here you have to just write about like this. Here you can write services. Here you can write logs, and just you have to link that value to here. If you go here below, you will find this here. If you type here, you have this all the pages if you have here. Okay, like this. Okay, so and here we can have this. So let's go to the styles, and here we can see that we have the spaces 7. Okay, and here also we have some gap like this. So now what we can do, we can just go here, and here we're gonna make this 30. Okay, let me change the color of this too, like this. Okay, now what we can do, we have to just duplicate this. Let's remove this. Let's remove this also. Now let's duplicate this and duplicate this. Okay, you can also go here and put some spaces between this 40, or you can also use this to have some spaces. Okay, like this. Here you can have some spaces here also. Now we can go to this, and here we can write a newsletter. So here we can write newsletter. Here you have to just change the values and all the links. Okay, now you can see that here also you have the lorem ipsum. So we can remove this from here, and let me show you one more thing. You can copy this from different section also. Like if you want to copy this, and you can go here and you can go and paste it here. So you will have this here also. Okay, you can paste the styles also. Okay, now we have to add the form. So we can search for form. I like drag and drop this here. Okay, here we only need the email. So here we can write enter your full, enter your valid email, and we can make this 80%. Also we can remove this and we can make this medium button, and here we can write send only. Here we can make this 20% and this is medium. Okay, then we can go to this, and here we can have the column row. Okay, so this is the column, we can make this 0. Okay, like this. Now we can go to this width and we can make this full width, so it will cover the full width. Okay, now you can go to the field, and here you can see that we have the border width, make this 0. Then want the border radius also, and here in the button just replace this orange color, and also border radius you don't want. And okay, that is done. Let's see. So you can see that this is looking good now. Okay, so let's publish it, and here we have to choose the entire site. Let's save and close. Okay, so now if you go to this, and here if you refresh, you can see that we have this website below, we have this footer. Now only one part is left. We have to make this copyrights footer. For that we have to again add this, and here also we can make this 1200. Remove all of these paddings. Okay, so we need some padding 20 to the top. Okay, let's make this 0 first. Let's make it blank, then 20 to the top, 20 to the bottom, and here also we can have this same black color. Okay, now let's have this list. Okay, and here we can have the design and developed by debug entity. We can remove this icon, and here we can have some different colors, so it would be okay. And here we can have the font also different, so we want to make this little bit different. Okay, so this is looking good, and also we can make this icon there. Okay, let's duplicate this, and here we have the container, main container. Let's make this like this. Okay, here we can write copyright 2025 yummy junction, all rights reserved. Okay, like this, and here we're gonna choose the copyright icon. You can search for here copyright. Okay, like this, and here if you go to the icons, you can make this white, and also you can increase the size of this. Okay, like this. So let's refresh. One more thing is left. You have to put this line. So for putting the line, that is very easy. That's why we have made this separate. So for go to the border, here we're gonna make this solid. Here we're gonna make this one. Okay, now I have this little bit blackish color, so it will be reflect on this. Okay, so this is looking, but not very much looking, so we can now have this to the top little bit. Okay, so this is looking now. Okay, so we have done this. So always link your logos. So go to the custom URL, and here custom, and here custom URL. Okay, and here we're gonna go to the dynamic and make it site URL. So it will be added links, and when you click on this, it will go to the respected page. So here we can refresh, and here you can see that we have the copyright section also. Now let's move to the final part of the video, where we're gonna build the header. So for making the header, first we have to make the this menus. Okay, so let me go here, and we're gonna exit WordPress. Okay, now we can go to the theme builder. Okay, again let's go to the theme builder. Now we have to add the header. So first let's make the menus. So let me open this here, and again we're gonna open this from here. Okay, so first we have to make the menus. Let's go to menu. Here you can see that we have home, about, services menu. So let's go to the panels and make 2 menus. Okay, so here this is the catch, you have to make 2 menus. So first you can write funnel L1, this is the header, Okay, let me add this home, and also you can add some about. Also we have services and menus. Here we have services, services, menus. Okay, then save the menu. Then we can go to create a new menu. Here we can have the final menu too. Okay, create menu. Now we have to choose pricing, block, contact team. Okay, so any random I'm putting. Here we're gonna add. Let's put the packages because we have the packages. Okay, then let's put the reviews, and then let's put the blocks. Okay, and one more thing we can put like team. Okay, team. So this is done. Now let's save the menu. Okay, so now we have this pattern. So now let's refresh it one more time. And after that you can see that we have this. So let's make this. Here we're gonna write it here header. Okay, now we're gonna go to this and 1200. Here we can put some 20 record at the bottom, and let's first make this black. Now we're gonna go to this and we can add a WordPress menu here. Okay, and here what we gonna do, we're gonna go to this underline, we're gonna choose the text, and this would be none. Okay, and here you can see that we have the full width option, mobile drop down, make this center, just set. And now we're gonna go to this style, and here you can see that we have different types of fonts. Let's use the constraint fonts. We're gonna increase it according. I think here we have the caps font. So for that, what we can do, we can go to transfer and make it uppercase. Let's decrease this. Let's make it 14 only. And here we're gonna make this white, and on hover we have this orange color, and on hover again we have this orange color. Okay, now we're gonna go to this image. Here we're gonna choose this. Okay, like this, and here we have this space between. Okay, let's duplicate this again. Here we have this. Okay, and here we're gonna write like this. Okay, and here also you can make this smaller. You can go to this header. Here you can put 10 and 10. Okay, like this. Now we can go here, and here we can change the menu to this. Okay, now we have to make this publish. So let's add condition and add site 7 kilos. So you can see how quickly we have built this menu. And now let's go to this. You can go to visit site. You can make it at the top. You can see that we have this. Now one more thing, we have to make this transparent now, because we have added the black color only for making it how it will look. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to publish. Okay, now we have this here home. So let's refresh this home once. See that we have the header and footer at the top. Also, if you go below, you can see that we have the footer. Okay, currently the header we have made it transparent, that's why the black color is gone. Okay, so here if you go, you can see that footer. Now let's go to the top. Now let's click on this shadow. So you can see that we have successfully loaded this. Now we can go to this, and we can go to this. Here we have this em value, and now we can make this like this. Okay, also we can go to the header, and here we have the z index, and this would be 100. Okay, like this. Now let's publish. Now just we have to put some space here. So if I go below, you can see that we have the edit page option. Let's click on this. Here you can see that we have opened this. Now we can go to the hero. Here we can make this 200. Okay, like this, and you have to just publish this. And after publishing, if I let's wait to load here. I think there is some issue. I hope this issue won't come in your site. Okay, so let's leave it. Let's leave that here only. Okay, so let me close this. Okay, so I think there is some network issue. Let's go forward. Okay, so now let's move to the mobile part. So let me open this with again. Let me open this Elementor. Okay, now what we have to do for making the mobile part, first we're gonna make the full home page responsive, then we're gonna make the header responsive. Okay, in the same process which we have followed for the desktop. Okay, in the same process we're gonna build the mobile. Okay, so now let's make the mobile part. So for that you can see that we have already have this upper at the top. I mean, now you can see that we have to make this. Let's go to the hero. First we have to make this hero section responsive. So here you can see that we have put many spaces. So let's put 100 here. Okay, and here if I see I only put 100, so that's okay, so we have put 1000 there. So now first we have to make this in the, I think this is okay, so we have to make this in the center. Now we have to make this smaller. Let's like we can make this 25 or we can make this 30. Okay, now let's make this 25 only, and here also we can make this 40, and we can make this 35. Here we can make this full width, and here we can write 15. Okay, here only you have to do that you have to just put some 20 and 20 like this, and here also you can increase the size, like we can make this 18. Okay, that's it. Here I think there is little bit more gaps, so let me make the gap of 20 only. Okay, then this is done. Here you can see that we are not getting the social icons in the above, so we can make this 20. Okay, and for that we have to put some gap. I think we can make this 150 below, so we have this social icon also. Okay, now we can go to this about, and here we have to make this here we can make this from the right 20 and from left also 20. Also then this is almost okay. You have to just make this size small if you want, but I think this is looking good. Now we can have this, and here also we can put 80 20. Okay, 80 20, and here we can add 80, and then again we can add 20. Okay, everything is good. Rest. Here also we have to do the same. Okay, so you can see that how quickly we are making the mobile part. Okay, in this way you can also play with the fonts and all if you want. Okay, then here you can see that we have this. We can make this here 80 20 and 20. Also you can see that we have this here. So first you have to click on this, go to additional settings, make this enable and make this none. Okay, so this will be scrollable now. Okay, and for this you have to just go here and just make it in the center like this, and for this you can make the image also a little bit bigger, like you can have this here 40 and 60 like this. Okay, now you have to just make this or copy this and all, like you can copy this and here you can paste it, here you can paste it, then again you can copy this and paste it here. Because you have to do in all the manner. Okay, and also make this in the center. Okay, so just follow this step for all the whole. Okay, this part is also done. Now you can see that we have to make this. So for making this, again we can have this 80 20 80 and 20. Also you can see that we have this. Now we can make this full width. Okay, so you can see that this is also done. Here we can give some height to this, like 360. Okay, else this is looking good. You can just go here and just if I go to the container here, you can put some 20 also. Okay, in this way, and also I think there is some padding. Okay, so here we have the padding. Let's make this 20. Okay, like this. And also we have to do it for all others also. Okay, and here we can have the more value also. Okay, in this way. So you have to follow the same steps for all. Okay, so this slot is coming because when you do this all the same steps with all, this will be done. Okay, so like here you can copy this. Okay, then you can go to the next slide, and here also we can paste it here. Okay, like this. Or if you want this quickly, I'll show you a hidden secret. Just go to the category. You have already done this slide one. You just remove the next and just duplicate it one more time again. Okay, so if you see, we have successfully made this whole responsive in one time. Okay, so this is the hack. I hope you understand. Publish this one so we don't lose any changes. Here also we can go to this container, and here also we can make this 350. Okay, then here we can go to this. Here we can write 80, 20, 80 and 20. Here also we can make this full width. Okay, now here you can see that we have everything done. No need to change anything. Here also we can have 120, 120. Also here we can make this full width. Okay, so in this way you can see that we are quickly making the whole section responsive. Again here we can have this 80, 20, 80 and 20. Okay, and here if I go below, I think we have all of these blocks here. Okay, so I think there is some network issue in my area today, so we are not loading here. Let me publish this once. So I think this is loaded. Now what you have to do, you have to just go here, go to advanced, and you can add the 8020, and just you have to make this from here, full width. Okay, that's it. So these two steps you have to follow, and this will be also responsive. Then here let's make this full width. Okay, so this is almost responsive. If you want to show 2 by 2 now, so then what you have to do, you have to just make this column, so it will be look like this, but we gonna keep this one only. Okay, so we have successfully make our homepage responsive. Now let's make the header and footer responsive. Let me publish this once. Now we can go from here. So let's go from here because due to network issue, this is getting loaded. You can also open it from here like this, but due to some network issue, it is working. My Wi-Fi is little bit slow, I think today. So now we have to make this footer part. So again, you have to go to the mobile menu. So this is almost done automatically by the Elementor. Just we have to put some spacing here and all. Just okay. So you can see how quickly we have built this. And here also we can put the 20, and we can put this 20 to the all like this. Okay, we have successfully built the footer also responsive. Now let's go to the header part. From here you can also open. Okay, so let's go to the header. Okay, so you can see that how quickly we are making the layouts. This is the power of the Elementor. That's why Elementor is so popular. Okay, so here we have to okay, so first let's make this like this header, and here we can have the 10. And here also we can have this custom value. Okay, and for this we're gonna go to the toggle button. Here we're gonna make this orange, make this white. Then you can see that in the drop down we have this. So for the hover color we're gonna use this orange and make this white, and for this also, for the active color also we're gonna make this orange and make this white. Okay, and here we're gonna make this 15 like this. Okay, like this. Okay, the similar one we can copy this and we can paste for this. Okay, like this. So now we can go to this, and again we're gonna make this color transparent. Okay, so we are using the color only for making it. Now let's save this. Now let's refresh it final time, and after refreshing you can see that we have the header here, and also we have this mobile menu fully working. You can see that you have to just put some spaces here in the hero section, which is not done by some network issue. So I hope you understand how you can make this type of awesome website. Now let me show you quickly how you can add the animation. Like here you can see that we have these animations. These are the sequence animation. First this will come, then this. Okay, so I will show you how you can add this animation, and all the processes are same for the all. Okay, just you have to change the animation value, like slide it from the left, from the right. That's it. Suppose if I want to add the animation in this, we can choose that heading. Now we can go to the motion effect, and here you can see that we have enters animation. We can choose the zoom in animation. Okay, and here also we have the motion effect. Here also we can choose the slide in. Suppose I want to slide in up, so you can choose it like that. Here we are putting the delay time, so that is responsible for the sequence animation. So we are increasing the delay time in every new section. Like here we are good, we have 2/4. Now we're gonna put some 600 milliseconds here, so this will come like sliding up, and this will come after 600. So we have added the 2, 4 and 600. Now for this button I want to make this appear after the para. For that I'm gonna add the 800. You can also put 100 plus, like 800, 700, 900, but I'll feel that this is good. 246. Now we're gonna put the 800, and here also we're gonna go to the motion effect. Here we're gonna put the slide in up 1000. Then we're gonna have this, and here in the social icon go to the motion effect, and here in the entrance animation we can have a slide in up, and this will be 1200. Okay, so in this way you can add the animations in your website also. So let's see if animations are working or not. So let's try to publish this, and after refreshing, if I go to the top, okay, so let's refresh it here, and after refreshing you can see that we have this animation perfectly well. Okay, so in this way you have to put all this animation in your website step by step. Okay, so I hope you like this type of awesome website, and we have successfully built all the website from the start to end, step by step. So don't skip any part if you want to learn. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like our video, just put a comment, and also you can share with your friends. Also you can have all these images in the video description for free. Also you can download this kit, pre-made Elementor kit, from the video description at very affordable rates. Okay, so I will see you next time.